Greg's a visionary. He's the person at the meeting who plants seeds, ideas, and then the team runs with it.
From Memphis, Tennessee originally, and my father was a chemist by trade, and he ended up getting transferred to Dayton, Ohio. When I was 19, I moved to South Florida and I was going to school. I ended up moving to South Florida. My mom and brother had already moved to South Florida when I was 19, and a girlfriend, not girlfriend, but girlfriend, asked me to take her to Marriott Harbor Beach to apply for a receptionist job. So when I took her to apply for this job, the recruiter inside the Human Resources Department said, "Are you here to apply for a job?" I said, "No, I actually brought a friend in." She goes, "Well, would you be interested?" And I said, "Well, what do you have?" And she goes, "Well, we have a bellman position if you're interested." And I go, "Is that the guy that wears that funny hat, the chin strap?" And she goes, "Our guys don't wear the hat, and they make an average of $100, $150 a day cash." And that was 1984, and I was 20 years old at that time. So my hand was like, yes, sign me up for that job. And long story short, I was able to, do well at that property. Boca Raton Resort and Club ended up recruiting me, which is a 5-star, 5-diamond luxury property. So I ended up going to Ritz-Carlton, Fort Lauderdale as GM there. Ritz-Carlton and Bob Crosby at the time knew that I was wanting more responsibility. So he ended up giving me this hotel and the W Fort Lauderdale as well, knowing that this hotel was going to be going through a big transformation. What's special about the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island is, first, the location, as I had mentioned. It's a beautiful island, barrier island. We got great sand dunes, that basically protect us from the ocean. We got a huge beach. It's one of the few places in Florida you can actually ride horses on the beach. But the hotel itself, what's really special about it is you have the golf, the beach, the spa, the convention center, all right here. You literally can stand in our lobby, and within probably 150, 200 yards, you can touch each one of those.
Greg is an amazing leader. So his mantra is forward motion, and he truly lives that day to day, and it makes him an inspiring leader. So he's always pushing to move things forward, and it's okay if you fail fast, he says. So he gives us that, he has the confidence in us, and he gives us that empowerment to try things, and he always is moving things forward, whether it be for the guests or the ladies and gentlemen or with ownership. And it's truly inspiring to watch him do that. And he does it in such a motivating way. He doesn't yell, there's no drama. It's truly him believing in his team and encouraging them to use their talents and their strengths to move things forward.
One of the most iconic moments that really defined who Greg was for me was right when he started. He started here in March of 2020 when COVID was at its peak and hotels and businesses were shutting down. Unfortunately, our hotel never did shut down, but obviously we had to make tough decisions and furlough a lot of our ladies and gentlemen. And in most hotels, it was the general manager and a handful of people. And Greg came to me in his first week and said, "Will, I'm gonna furlough myself and I'm gonna have you run the hotel. I don't know where the bathroom is, I don't know all the people, I don't know how to get things done around here." And that really said a lot to me because I was expecting to be furloughed myself. He sacrificed himself for the betterment of all of us. And I thought that really said a lot about him making that decision when he first arrived here. We hadn't really worked closely together at that moment. So that was one thing that really defined who he was early on. Integrity is a big word that comes up when I think of Greg. It's all about doing the right thing. Don't take shortcuts. Do the right thing. If it's a tough decision or you make a mistake, own up to it and move forward. But always lead with integrity. And I think that, again, says a lot about him.
I'm just grateful that he is our leader. He's provided me with his wisdom and insight on numerous topics, whether they're work-related or personal life-related. We are family here at work and outside of work.
I think anyone that has come across Greg will agree with me as to how he cares about the person first. It's never status quo with Greg. There's always something to look forward to. And I find that extremely inspirational because we know that even though the hotel is absolutely perfect, there can always be a next level of elevating the hotel, elevating our ladies and gentlemen. And that also is part of how he elevates his team.
We just want to say congratulations. We are very proud of you, Caitlin, Tiffany, and I think you will do wonderful this upcoming year.
As a chair for FRLA, it's always just about, what is the government going to try to do this year? in making sure that we protect our industry. But again, it's really just to support FRLA, its members, what's happening in each of the regions, and make myself available to Carol and her team to say, what can I do to help?